All right, thanks for that, Stu. And we'll move on to an exciting event happening coming up, not quite here in Saskatoon, but very, very close. And of course, you can attend. We're talking about the Warman and Martensville Chambers of Commerce Business Excellence Awards. That's a mouthful. I'm joined here by Elise and Josh. Thank you so much for coming in this morning. I'm going to hand it over to you first, Elise. You are the Warman Chamber of Commerce president. Now, this is an event in its second year. How did the first year go for you guys?
Absolutely amazing. We had a wonderful crew to work with. We walked, last year it was in the Brian King Centre in Warman. This year it is in Martensville. And we walked into the Brian King Centre and everybody just kind of stopped. That building's been around for a while and they just kind of stopped and were like, wow. We got compliments for many months after on how amazing the event was pulled off, and it was exciting.
And it's amazing people that attend as well. You must be proud to see all the innovators and business owners from Warman as well as Martensville come on through. This is a great networking opportunity.
Absolutely. We have most of our business leaders there. We gave them a bit of a dress code last year, and it's the same thing this year, black tie. So everybody walks in the front door and they're like, what do you think of my outfit? And everyone's like, oh, that's what you look like when you dress up. And it's like, you usually wear jeans and a t-shirt. So it's kind of like, ooh, do we still talk the same? And then everyone starts to network and chat, and you can hear the general hub of conversation. It's absolutely wonderful that evening.
Sounds like fun. That's almost the opposite of what happens to me. I go out in jeans and a t-shirt and they're like, oh, that's what you look like. Okay, all right, we'll move it on over to you, Josh, and you're doing the PR representative stuff for the awards and all of that. What excites you most about this event?
I think it's the collaboration of the business community of both Warman and Martensville getting together, celebrating success, and showing what our city has to offer, you know, besides, you know, the like going to Saskatoon and going to their businesses. You know, we have many successful businesses in our communities, and we just want to highlight and showcase those fabulous businesses.
Absolutely. You know, the city of Saskatoon is so close to Warman and Martensville, and there are those options in the outlying areas that maybe some of us don't know about. Are there any businesses you can think of in particular that really impress you?
Well, you know, there's, for top of my head, Warman Physiotherapy and Wellness. You know, they have been nominated for provincial, you know, awards, and even also here in our awards ourselves. And then, you know, we have great vet clinics, great medical clinics. You know, we have people who you would think, like, why would they have open up a shop here in those two cities? And it's like, well, it's fast growing. For example, Warman, the fastest growing city in Canada.
Wow.
So, like, why not set up shop in Warman or Martensville?
It's the perfect answer. Why not? I love that. And we'll move it back to you, Elise, here. What can people expect at this year's awards? I know it's pretty good food, and you said the wow factor, but what else do you have going on?
Well, this year we stepped it up a little bit further.
Ooh.
We had done a bit of a survey and asked the finalists what would they like to see. So this year we are going to do a presentation live on this Wednesday coming up at 10:30. So that's something new. And then we were able to find a sponsor to do a finalist corner, and we have got gifts for the recipients, but we also were able to find a sponsor who is allowing us to give a gift to each one of the finalists, which a lot of them said, you know, we put a lot of work into these awards. We'd love to have something in our office that says we were a finalist. So we were very thrilled when that sponsor, which was Community Futures, came through for us on that. I don't know what else.
We're just, you know, blown away, you know, with everything, you know, all of the sponsors that came forth, especially Affinity Credit Union, who's our title sponsor, who basically is presenting the main event. There's many other sponsors that are just, you know, not under the radar, but, you know, that play a significant role in many things.
Behind the scenes,
yeah.
And you can always count on that here in Saskatchewan. People are so wonderful. So this event in its second year, now they're 50% sold out, so you might want to get those tickets now. May 5th coming up, the Warman and Martensville Chambers of Commerce Business Excellence Awards. Here's the details up on the board. Dinner and awards to follow, those doors opening at 5:30, and those tickets at warmanchamber.com. Thank you so much, you guys, for coming in this morning.
Thank you.
Elise, Hildurant, and Trent Enns are with us today, and we're talking about awarding or like recognizing business excellence in Warman and Martinsville. The annual awards are coming up. And first of all, nice to have you both here.
Thanks, Jeff.
And you know, usually when we're talking to Trent, we're talking about you know, the smokehouse, his business, and you know, the king of the Kubasa competition. But today we're talking about two chambers of commerce in a couple of towns that are sort of famous for not getting along. But when did this sort of, you know, cooperation decide, like when did this idea come together? Hey, we should start honoring business and we can do it together?
That would be last year when we did the first one.
Okay.
And so we were kind of just able to set our differences aside temporarily. We don't say it's permanent, but for the purposes of the show, right? The gala.
Fair enough then.
So then we worked together and put on a great show and recognize business.
Now, some people might at least say, well, we have the SABEX Awards in Saskatoon. That's sort of Saskatoon district, so that doesn't include Warman and Martinsville. Why was there a desire to say, hey, you know, these two communities should have their own separate event?
Well, Saskatoon includes us, but not so much. So we wanted something that helped our local businesses be able to say, hey, look how awesome we are.
Right. Fair.
And we're only 10 minutes from Saskatoon, so is that far? No, but we wanted our local residents between our two communities to be like, hey, I can stay in the region and shop. And if, you know, got an award on my front desk, it definitely brings just a little bit more legitimacy to it.
Well, there's a little extra street cred and a pat on the back. And, you know, I think a lot of people sometimes wonder what a chamber of commerce does. And is it just essentially that? It's like to, you know, to sort of foster better business situations in communities?
Yeah, that's right. This would be a small part of what Chamber of Commerce does. Yeah. There's other things. It's a business advocacy group. There's all kinds of work to do. We're working with the city of Martinsville right now on street improvements in front of our businesses and so on. And there's just many ways. There's also other benefits like benefits programs, group benefits, better rates for your plastic transactions and all that kind of thing.
Okay, so and a similar situation, I'm suspecting, in your community as well.
Absolutely. Yeah. We just fought a bylaw that was going to come in and got that taken out so that our home-based businesses had the equal rights to anybody who had a storefront. So.
All right, well, let's talk a little bit about the big nights coming up when?
May 5th.
Good.
At the Northridge.
I knew that. We're the caterer. I knew that.
Okay, good.
At the Northridge Center in Martinsville.
All right. So May the 5th, and the evening starts, you know, like at 5:30 with cocktails and...
Well, this year it's going to be a little bit different. Second year, so we've grown bigger and better. We kept our food because that was, you know... Everyone's like, what are we eating? We're like, smokehouse. So
right
kept that the same.
Yeah.
But this year we actually have got a finalist reception private event for them ahead of time.
Okay. That's kind of nice, right?
Absolutely. Tickets are already 50% sold out for the whole event. So
if people want to get tickets for the main event, they just go to?
Well, either Chamber of Commerce, and then what are the other locations?
Warman Chamber of Commerce.
Okay,
so
Martinsville.
Contact the Chamber of Commerce, and you can check out the big event coming up on May the 5th at the Northridge Center. It should be a great way to recognize business excellence in both communities. So thank you both for being here today.
Yeah, thanks, Jeff.
Thank you.